Hey nesters, welcome back to Nesting Haven. Today I am excited to share with you a Goodwill thrift haul. I got to go back to a Goodwill finally after 2 months of, it being shut down. And yeah, so I got quite a bit of items. They didn't have a lot in the store compared to what I'm used to, but I think just because I hadn't, been able to thrift for quite some time, I was okay paying a little bit higher prices than normally. I normally would. I was just like very excited. I definitely probably would have overpaid for things today. If I saw anything I liked, I was just kind of like, yes, put it in the cart because I was so excited to be back thrifting. So this haul is probably maybe about half for me, keepers, and half reselling. So I'll kind of tell you my thoughts on that as I go along. But I waited a little bit to wrap everything just for sanitizing reasons. I think they recommend about 3 to 5 days. I waited 5 days before I took it out of the tote I had set it in at the store, and then I went ahead and Lysol wiped everything down. So it's all good to go. It's all clean. I do have to do more thorough cleaning on some pieces before I resell it, like candle wax or things like that, but it is sanitized. And I just wanted to be extra cautious. I know the Goodwill is taking precautions like that themselves and are cleaning the items before they put them out on the shelf and waiting 3 to 5 days before they actually put it on the shelf available to customers. So everything should be good. But yeah, let's go ahead and get into what I picked up. The first thing I got for myself, you guys know I like to collect green glassware. This is a little, I'm not sure if it's strawberry or grapes. I think it's grapes, but it kind of has that strawberry look to it. But nonetheless, I like it. I will go ahead and use that in my kitchen. I think that's really pretty. It was $1. It was a red tag. Red tags were $1 this day, and then yellow tags were also 50% off. And then overall, I did get a little bit extra discount. I think like 10% off with my membership card that I pay for. It's a yearly membership. And yeah, so this was $1 anyway, so I didn't get any extra discount there other than my membership card discount at the end. So I probably paid about 90 cents for it, but I was happy to get that and add that to my green glassware collection. Another thing I picked up for myself that I'm going to put in my kitchen, it was only $1. It was a yellow tag, so this was 50 cents actually. And it's just this little bowl cow, like a hook, and you can put an apron on it or hang a towel or something like that. And that's what I plan to use it for in the kitchen. I just thought it was kind of quirky and cute. So I kind of decorate vintage, but also have a little bit of a farmhouse theme as far as like, chickens and roosters and farm animals. So I think it goes well with my items. I was happy to pick that up. So we'll go ahead and move on to a few things that I am going to resell. The first thing I found was these really neat salt and pepper shakers. They are vintage Japan, and the thing I liked about them the most is the size. Normally, a lot of the vintage salt and pepper shakers are, about half the size. They're really tiny. And these are a good size. I like the color to them. They are this nice brown. They have a little yellow flower on it with some bright green leaves. There's a little bit of detail around the back as well. And it does say salt and pepper on the bottom here. They both have their little wooden cork, but this one was stuck inside and I have to figure out how to get that out. So if you guys have any tips of how to get the wooden cork out of its hole here, that would be very helpful. They are marked Japan on the bottom, and I believe I only paid $2 for the set. This was the only one that was marked, and normally they'll write set on it if it is together, but I mean, I assume they didn't charge me for it, but if they did, I still think $4 would be an okay deal on them. I think I can sell these and get about $12 for them plus shipping. I think this is one of the first things I had seen when I started looking at the end caps. It's this really beautiful hand-painted seashell, some type of a vase. I think someone mentioned it might have been for a sponge. It looks a little tight for me, but maybe a smaller sponge. I thought what you could use it for is maybe on your, makeup area. You can put your mascara and your eyeliner and maybe a lipstick or something in there, your favorite ones. I also have a pen here. You could probably fit a few pens in there. It'd be kind of cute on a desk as well. So I paid $3 for it, which is, you know, a little pricey, I think, considering I probably won't be able to make too much off of it. And it is signed on the bottom Anne B, and it says 60, so I'm assuming this is from 1960, which is really neat. It's in pretty good condition. There is a tiny, it's not even really a chip, it's more of like a paint chip, you know, when it just gets the paint on it a little bit there. So it kind of blends in because it is white, you know, the white and pink, but I don't think it's too serious there. I would expect to maybe get about maybe 10 or 12 for it. And yeah, we'll see how it does. I found a couple of coffee mugs today. I couldn't resist. The seagulls, very summery, even though it is black, but I thought the black mug is really different. I don't really see that too often. This white seagull is kind of indented a little bit, so you have a little bit of texture there. It definitely has otagiri vibes to me. I don't know if it is otagiri. It might not be because it is not marked, but it definitely has that same look to it. There is also a little seagull on the back here under the tape. Let's see if I can take it off. You kind of see it there. And so it has a cute one on the back as well. And yeah, the old black and white mug is very different, and I thought that was neat. And they had $1 on it, and I think I can probably get maybe about 9 or 10 bucks for it plus shipping. I also found another seagull mug here. I'm assuming these probably came from the same home. And this one's really neat. It is a vintage Sinco. I don't know if you pronounce it that way, but it's S-N-C-O. And yeah, the same deal. It has the seagulls kind of all around it there. So this really pretty kind of speckled white stoneware with the blue accents. This was only $1 as well. And this one goes for about $12. The last mug I picked up was this really cool one here. I've actually picked up similar mugs in this before with this fish design, and it was kind of a souvenir piece as well. This one is Bermuda. The ones I had gotten before were purple and pink, and they alternated between the pair, and they were both from like St. Thomas, US Virgin Islands or something like that. And I had sold those, you know, a few months back. So I figured this one would probably sell as well. And the thing I like the most about these, besides the really cool fish on their front, is on the inside they have this really beautiful inlay of a turquoise color. Like I said, the other ones was like purple on the outside and it had pink on the inside, and they, you know, vice versa on them. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's into Bermuda. I've never been, but you know, never been there, but I thought it was really pretty. And if someone has vacation there before or lives there or something, I thought they would get a kick out of this. And it's a nice little quality mug. So this was actually $1 red tag, so I got it for 50 cents. And yeah, this one will probably sell around $12. This here was one of the prettiest items I picked up today, I think. I love the sunflowers on it. It is a modern piece. It's made in China. It's kind of stamped like that on the bottom, which I don't know if that's an indicator of age. It might be from the 80s or 90s. You know, typically these days we just get the little gold sticker when it is made in China, but yeah, I don't know the age of it, but I didn't really care that it was made in China. It's very beautiful. So they had $4 price on it, and you know, it's kind of big, so it's going to be a little, you know, a little pricey to ship, but shouldn't be too bad. And yeah, I just thought it was absolutely stunning. I was kind of leaning towards keeping it myself, honestly, but some people had watched my thrift along with me and had some interest in it, so I will go ahead and list it for those people if they want it. And if it doesn't sell, I really don't mind keeping it. And yeah, so I think this will probably go for maybe around $38. So most resellers will not pick up false graph items because they don't have a huge profit at this point in time. But I am a fan of this Aura Pink design. It has the blue and pink on it. And the 80s, you know, style is kind of coming back in, and these just scream 80s colors to me. So I thought this might do okay. It was marked $3, and like I said, false graph, you're not gonna make a lot of profit off. I might end up making maybe $5 profit. I think it'll sell for maybe around $8 to $10. This here is actually a gravy boat. They have a sugar and creamer, and the creamer that when I looked it up, they were all just a little bit taller and a little bit like skinnier. So this is the gravy boat here. And the thing I like about the false graph pieces, the sugar and creamers are always very large compared to your, you know, average ones. And I think it's great. I like false graph. I think it'll make a comeback someday and people will get nostalgia about it just like they do other pieces. But yeah, I thought this was great. This next item is amazing, and I didn't really know what it might be worth. I just thought it was beautiful. I don't even think you guys got to see it in the thrift along with me, because as I was going up to the cash register, they do have this hand pick section at this store. They didn't have much there, and I don't think this item was hand picked, because usually they would put the hand pick stickers on them, and this didn't have one, though it should have been because it's really awesome. And I looked up the comps when I got home, and they sell pretty good. This guy here will go for about $30 plus shipping. And what it is a Swedish wooden candle holder here. So you got 4 spots for some taper candles. It does have candle wax in these currently. I'm gonna try to clean it up the best I can. I paid $3 for it. What a steal, right? It does have a Made in Sweden stamp on there. The Sweden's kind of worn off, but you can kind of still make it out there. And yeah, it's absolutely gorgeous. They do have other pieces in this design out there. You know, the style, not so much. I didn't see this exact one, but they had like singles and doubles and things like that. So if you liked this type of look, you can definitely find other pieces to go along with it on eBay and things like that. So yeah, I just thought it was really gorgeous. I will go ahead and try it for around the $30 plus shipping range there. And yeah, I don't know. I was kind of tempted to keep it. It's really beautiful. Be amazing at Christmas time and year round, really. If you guys have been hanging around my channel for a while, you know I love to pick up state souvenir items. I both collect it and resell it. And I found this cute little Oklahoma souvenir plate. This is a Thrift Co. Ceramics brand. It is made in Japan. It has the original kind of foil sticker on the back. They had $2 on it, which I thought, you know, maybe was a little high hindsight. Something like this at the thrift store is usually about $1, but I didn't mind. I do have to clean it up quite a bit on the back here. It's quite dirty. I think a magic eraser will clean it up just nicely. The graphics are really good on it. It's just a couple of wear spots, not too serious. So yeah, it's Oklahoma. The Sooner State has the Grand River Dam and Lake, the state capital, historic run into Oklahoma, Will Rogers Memorial Museum and Tomb, and yeah, just lots of really nice images on it. I saw one listed that was the same exact size for $19.99 plus about like $6 shipping. I'm not gonna ask that much for this little guy here, probably ask maybe about $9 or $10 plus shipping. And yeah, I just thought he was really great. So as a reseller, sometimes I like to branch out and try some new things that, you know, I think might do well. Especially when you're thrifting and you're not finding much, you still want to, you know, purchase a few things. So I went ahead and looked in the sports section, I guess, and I found a few things that I picked up. The first thing are these Minnesota Twins car flags. So they have these little hooks and you can hang them on your car window, you know, roll it up, and then you have one on each side there. So that's kind of fun there. They are used. You know, this part I need to clean up a little bit, but they're not too bad. They seem to be in good condition for being used. They were only $2 for the set here. I looked these up, and flags like this just for one sell for about $13 shipped. So, you know, for the set, mine are, you know, are used, and they seem to be in good condition though. The flags are really nice. It's just a little wear on the plastic. I think I'll probably do about 16 to 18 for them. You know, the both of them. I don't really need to get 13 a piece for them. So we'll try it and see how it goes. But yeah, who's a Minnesota Twins fan? Let me know down in the comments. This is something I almost didn't get. I was looking at it. I set it down. I picked it back up, set it back down, picked it back up. And I really thought it was neat looking. It's this plastic, you know, where it has plastic flowers and florals, and it is made in Hong Kong, so it was probably from maybe early 70s, I would guess. It does have a spot to put a candle taper in the center. It has this little metal insert. It does have a little bit of patina on the inside of that, which is kind of odd because it doesn't look like it was used, because it has its original tag on the side there, and it has its little, you know, caution warning about, you know, using flammable things with this. I personally probably would just use one of those LED kind of, you know, fake candles in it, the battery operated ones. But yeah, this was marked $1. It was yellow tag, so I only paid 50 cents for it. I probably will get maybe $5 to $8 for it, but yeah, I decided to go ahead and give it a try. I thought it was kind of neat. I know this was one of the first things I saw on the end cap, and I was super happy to see it because I could tell it's vintage right away by just the way the graphics look here. It says happiness is catching. It has this kind of, you know, little family here. I love the colors to it. It was only $2. This was put out in 1965. I had seen that under the tag, and you know, when I was looking at it, I was like, oh yes, that is old. And so it is put out by Bergeron, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that, Bergeron Originals out of Libertyville, Illinois. I always say Illinois because of the S, but I know it's Illinois. I don't know why. Why did they put the S on Illinois? And so yeah, the really neat thing about this, I originally thought it was just maybe wall decor, but on the back side of it, you see how it's kind of like a grater? Isn't that neat? So I don't know, you could probably like grate your garlic or maybe some lemon zest or something like that with it. But yeah, I thought that was really cool. So I don't know what these go for. I gotta look that up, but I think probably around 12 to 15 for it. I don't pick up picture frames too often, but I thought this one was really precious. It has a heart-shaped one. It's a cute little size, and it was only $1 yellow tag, so it was actually 50 cents for me. And I'm not sure if this is Bakelite or not. It probably isn't. It has this like plastic on the outside of here, and then it looks like this is wood. It's, you know, laid on wood as well. It has this like green kind of velvet as a back there, but yeah, I thought it was pretty cute. You can't beat 50 cents. I probably asked maybe about $8 for it, and yeah, I thought that was really nice. Another sports item I picked up is this Maine hockey wooden stick. It is a decor piece. There's a little hole there that you can hang it on the wall. And this was marked $2, so not bad. I think I can get about $15 for it. This was put out by, it's made in the USA in Winona, Minnesota. Is MN, Minnesota? I think it is. So Winona, Minnesota. And yeah, so it's obviously not a vintage piece, but Maine hockey is really popular here. And I might sell it here locally. I might try it on eBay. I don't know. So we'll see what I end up doing with it. But yeah, I think it'll probably go for around 15. I got yet another vase. I'm a sucker for florals. What can I say? I thought this blue floral was really pretty on the white. This is a pretty modern piece. It's probably from the early 2000s or, you know, 90s or something like that. Kind of looks 90s to me, really. It has a little bit of, you know, natural indentations, just a couple like little tiny indentations from when they had made it. It's not chipped or anything like that. But I thought it was beautiful. It was marked $2 red tag, so I got it for $1. And it's in really good shape. It's nice and clean, so I think this will probably go for about 15 bucks. I paid $4 for this beautiful pink bud vase here. I'm going to put this in my own collection. I love colored glass. And I've been looking for some in some different colors. I have a lot of green and blue, but I wanted some, you know, different colors. The pink I don't have a lot of, so that was really fun to see. I would like to find purple. And I did just pick up something from Jeffrey that is an orange, like a little orange, like votive holder that I'll add to my little display shelf over there. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you guys will know the one I'm talking about. It is kind of like a 2 square. It's a nice little mid-century, you know, shelf, and I had a lot of green and blue on it, and I wanted to get some more color, so that's where this guy is going. This here, I hesitated on whether I should pick it up or not, and you guys that watch the thrift along with me know why. I love the look to it. It appears to be a hand-painted piece. Someone with the name Nettie had made it. I'm not sure what Nettie might be short for. Is the name just Nettie, or is it short for something? Like Jeanette, maybe? But it was only $2. I loved it. I was going to put it in the cart, and then I noticed cracks, right? So both of the handles have a hairline crack going down it here and here. And then there is a little crack going down the front, just like to right there. So I can see it on the back side as well. I don't think, you know, I think it's secure. I don't think they had re-glued it just because of the way it looks. It doesn't really look like it came off like a full break or anything. So it's just cracked. And I think it's still usable as a, you know, floral vase. You obviously have to be very gentle with it as to not damage it any further, but I think it's beautiful. And I know I had a person that is interested in this. I was just gonna keep it myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and offer it up to her. I told her I was probably gonna put it in my live sale on this upcoming Wednesday. If you guys haven't, you know, seen my Instagram, I am doing a live sale Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern time. So definitely check that out. Gypsy Mills, I think, is who wanted it. So I'm going to try to figure out how to message her, or you, if you're watching it, message me and we'll work something out, because I would like you to have it since you are, you know, wanting it. So we'll go ahead and work something out there. And yeah, so hopefully she's watching and she can get this.